this video I will explain how to solve quadratic equations using completing the square method. So let's do one example. I will explain step by step, so just follow my steps. Sorry, this is 4x, let's say. So 3 squared plus 4x plus 1 equals to 0, and we want to use completing the square method. Okay, so what is the first step when you see something like this? The first step is going to be factoring out the number beside x squared, which is your a, from the first two terms, not the third one, only the first and the second one. So here in this question I have to take out this 3, so I have 3 brackets. What is left from the first one is x squared, and what is left from the second one, because 4 is not divisible by 3, right? So you have to write 4 over 3x. So if I multiply this 3 into the bracket, I will have the same expression. So this is going to be 3x squared plus, when I multiply this 3 by this fraction, these 3's are gone, and then you have 4x, which is the same thing. And then don't forget that plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, so this was the first step. And be careful, you shouldn't take out this x. As you see, I only took the number, the 3. Okay, so what is the second step? The second step, you have to pay attention to this number here, 4 over 3. So always the number beside x inside the bracket. So when you pick this number, you have to divide it by 2. So 4 over 3 divided by 2. You can use your calculator, or if you are good at calculation, this is going to be 2 over 3. So first divided by 2 always, and then square the result. So 2 over 3 squared, which is going to be 4 over 9. 4 over 9. Okay, so when you got the final number, inside the bracket you have to one time add and one time subtract. So I have to write 3x squared plus 4 over 3x, the same thing that we have here, and then this number one time plus 4 over 9, and then minus 4 over 9. Close the bracket, plus 1 equals 0. So always do the plus first and then minus, okay? So if you do that, the third step is going to be these 3 guys. They are going to be a complete square. So that's why we call this method completing the square, because here these terms, these 3 terms, will make a complete square. So how can you find that complete square? It's very easy. So just again rewrite this number here, 3. Inside this bracket you will have another bracket and square. So one bracket square. So you have to find 2 terms here. The first one is always x. So the first one is always x. We don't care about the middle term here. Go to the third one and find the square root of that number. So 4 over 9, what is the square root of 4? Is 2. What is the square root of 9? Is 3. So in between these 2 terms, there should be a plus or minus. Pick the sign from the middle term. So if the middle term is plus, here we have plus. If it is minus, here is minus, okay? So again, we have minus 4 over 9, then close the bracket, plus 1 equals 0. Okay, from here on, it's just solving for x. So you have to isolate this bracket, this small bracket here, which is not very difficult. First of all, you know you have to move this plus 1 to the right side. So this is going to be 3 x plus 2 over 3 squared minus 4 over 9 equals negative 1. Then as you know, you have to divide both sides by 3. If I do that, these are gone. So I will write the rest of the equation here. So this is going to be x plus 2 over 3 squared minus 4 over 9 equals negative 1 over 3, right? So the next step is going to be bringing this number to the right side. So x plus 2 over 3 squared equals, this is going to be plus, so 4 over 9 minus 1 over 3. So again, here you can find the common denominator. So instead of 1 over 3, I can write 3 over 9. So I'm changing this 1 to 3, and this 3 can be 9. This is the same as 1 over 3, right? So now the denominators now are the same, and the result is 1 over 9. 1 over 9, right? 4 minus 3 is 1. So now, on the left side, you have x plus 2 over 3 squared. On the right side, you have 1 over 9. So now we have to take the square root, right? When you are taking the square root, you have to be careful. We have two options. First, x plus 2 over 3 is going to be 1 over 3. And one time x plus 2 over 3 is negative 1 over 3, right? Because the reason is that either positive 1 over 3 or negative 1 over 3 squared, the answer is going to be 1 over 9. So you have to include both. So again, the last step is going to be just bringing 2 over 3 to the right side. From the first one, you will get 1 over 3 minus 2 over 3, which is going to be negative 1 over 3. So this is the first answer, negative 1 over 3. And here, if you bring the 2 over 3 to the right side, it's going to be negative 2 over 3 minus 1 over 3. Or you can say negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. So the other answer is negative 1. So we got two answers, one negative 1 over 3 and the other one negative 1, using completing the square. Before I finish the video, I want to say a shortcut for this question. So if you have this equation and you are not asked to solving in a particular method, you can use a shortcut. What is that shortcut? If A, I'm going to write it maybe here. If A plus C is B in any quadratic equation, if A plus C is B, your answers or the solutions of the equation are always negative 1 and negative C over A. So let's see if A plus C is equal to B in this equation or not. Okay, so my A is 3. This is my B, which is 4, and then my C is A. So as you see, A plus C is 3 plus 1, and B is 4. This equation is correct because 3 plus 1 is obviously 4, and 4 is equal to 4. So I can say one of my answers is negative 1, and the other answer is negative C over A. So negative C is negative 1 over A, which is 3. So let's see if it is correct or not. Negative 1 over 3, and as you see here, negative 1 over 3, negative 1. So you got the same answers. I have to say, if on the test says show all the solutions, you have to go with this one. But if you only need the final answer, this is very quick. This is very fast, a good shortcut. You can use it if you can.